We're here in the barbershop, and I wanted George to tell his story about his first day on the job. It's a classic tale, and when we finish with it, I want him to tell the second incident that happened when you were acting lieutenant, so we'll have the whole thing. So we'll start off by telling your first day on the job, George.
Well, I reported to work for 3 weeks of intensive training, and upon satisfactory completion of that, I was told to take the weekend off and report back Monday morning at 9 o'clock. So I took my weekend off, reported to work at 9 o'clock Monday morning. I was told to be the barbershop officer where we are now. I came in here with 7 inmates, all black, and within the first half hour I was involved in a murder. First half hour on the job. The inmate was giving another inmate a haircut, and I noticed that the conversation got more intense. The customer was sitting down getting a haircut, got up, and the barber lunged after him with a big pair of scissors. And he got him to the heart, and the lung, and the neck. And me, like a damn fool, I'm blowing the whistle trying to separate them. I jump in, we spun around, knocked 2 barber chairs over, came around here, ended up there, I on top of the 2, while he was still stabbing him. Needless to say, every time he would take a breath, a gush of blood would come out of his mouth, his nose. The only officer in the cell house was on the opposite tier, and he had the block over, and of course when he got here it was all over. But a very strange thing happened. I ended up getting the shears away from the inmate. He didn't try to attack me, but I got my leg, my pants, my shoe cut open, and he went down and said, "I love you," and kissed him while he was on the floor bleeding to death. That was my first 30 to 40 minutes in the barbershop, my first day.
Now I want to add to that. We, in recent months, have found a picture of this inmate. His name is Barsak?
Barsak.
And it's a picture taken in the morgue here on the island with showing his throat cut. So we can add that to the dimension if we want to someday. We do have a picture. Okay, your second incident.
Well, about 5 years later, I got promoted. I was a senior officer, and I came to work one morning. I was told I was the acting lieutenant. So I said, "What's the first item of the day?" I was told to go over to the treatment unit, that's D block, and get this inmate out who's been confined over there for 2 years to protect his life. There was another inmate after him. Well, after 2 years, apparently they thought the feud was over. So I and 2 or 3 other officers got him out of his cell, brought him down to the shower room, got him ready to be turned back into the population. He was attempting to take a shower, and unfortunately the inmate that was after him years before was working in the clothing room. Well, he went after him with a knife, and he was dead within a couple of minutes. That's the 2 murders I was here on Alcatraz.
This is pretty important because in 29 years of operation as a federal penitentiary, the reports indicated that there were only 2 murders of inmates on Alcatraz. George happened to get 2 of them. That puts him in a special category. Okay.